Here it is. The worst thing anyone could say about your business or any business. They're the best kept secret in town. Friend, that is not a compliment. Next, I'll tell you why being the best kept secret is tragic.
It's the Plantscape Business School Podcast. This is the podcast for growing not just beautiful plants, but thriving plantscape businesses. Here's your host, longtime Plantscape business owner, systems nerd, and small business innovator, Brad Miller.
Hey, this is Brad Miller, and welcome back to the Plantscape Business School Podcast. We are continuing our series called Elevate the Profit, Eliminate the Waste. And today, we're talking specifically about marketing waste. And marketing waste, in my opinion, is the worst kind of waste by far. So I Googled that question that I started with. I just said, what does it mean to be the best kept secret in town? And it said this: to be the best kept secret in town means something is exceptional, high quality, or valuable, yet known by only a limited number of people. And again, that is tragic. It's the worst mistake that you can make in business. It's the absolute worst kind of waste because it means that you're doing everything right on the order fulfillment side. Your work is high quality. It's valuable. You have done all the heavy lifting of creating an amazing product and service. But tragically, dreadfully, heartbreakingly, and yes, I did search for synonyms, no one knows about you. That's marketing waste. Being the best kept secret in town means you're doing high quality work, but your marketing stinks. And yes, that's a PG version. More on this in a minute, but if you don't have a continuous stream of qualified prospects, your marketing stinks. This episode is about fixing that. We're talking about marketing, and here's the problem with marketing. Marketing means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And this is why that's a problem. Because when something means everything, it ends up meaning nothing. So let me give you my simple definition. This after over 40 years in business, trying to figure out how to get our message in front of the right people. The purpose of marketing is to make your work known. I'll say it again. To make your work known. That's it. Making your work known so that you can create a continuous stream of qualified prospects. I love the word create. You create leads to create customers. Peter Drucker, one of my favorite business gurus, said the sole purpose of business, the sole purpose, is to create and keep customers. The sole purpose of business is to create and keep customers. And I love the word create because you don't get customers. You create them. There's a real intentional act around the kind of customers that you want. So you create customers with marketing systems to be exact, more on that later, and you keep them with order fulfillment systems. Customer retention is gold. Create and keep. So let's agree on that definition for this episode. Marketing's job is to make your work known. Peter Drucker also said this. I love this quote. It's how we've driven our business for decades. Because of the nature of business, it has two and only two functions: marketing and innovation. Marketing and innovation make money. Everything else is a cost. Let that sink in. Marketing makes money. Innovation makes money. Everything else is a cost. So again, what does marketing actually do? Marketing creates a continuous stream of leads for specific people. Dan Kennedy, probably my go-to marketing guru guy, started following him over 30 years ago, would go to all of his conferences. He would say this: if you can't create a system that brings in a sufficient quantity and quality of leads on a continual basis, you can't control your business. Wow. So let's step back a minute and just really define the word leads. Leads are people that you want to do business with, and people that want to do business with you, people who are interested and they're qualified. The qualified part is you want to do business with them. So that's the job of marketing, to create people like that, a steady flow of people like that. Dan Kennedy loved to call himself the doctor of harsh reality. And he also said, if you don't become the master of lead flow, whatever skill or value that you possess is feckless. In other words, your skill doesn't matter. The amazing work that you do, it doesn't matter if no one knows about it. So if you can't create a steady flow of leads, you can't control your business. It means that you're at the mercy of referrals, random inquiries, hope, and none of that is a system. So this episode is about marketing waste. So when you think about marketing waste, where does the waste come in? It shows up when you're unclear about your market and you're unclear about your message. We talked about that in an earlier episode. It's called market to message match. Your market is your who. Your message is your what. And so creating a marketing system has a very specific message to a very specific market. And you might serve different markets, and the message might be different to those different markets. So waste is when you are trying to market to everyone in the same way. You're unclear on your who and your why. You're spending time, but you're not creating leads. That's waste. Here's how to fix that. And this is where we're going to really take a deep dive. The next episode is going to be all about direct response, targeted marketing. Say it again. Direct response, targeted marketing. Friend, it is the ideal type of marketing for your Plantscape business. I did another Google search on direct response target marketing, and it said this: direct response target marketing is a strategy designed to elicit an immediate, measurable action, such as a click, a lead, or a purchase. It combines precise audience segmentation, knowing your who, with a compelling offer and a clear call to action to drive instant conversions. It's not mass marketing. It's very specific message, very specific market. It's intentional. And friend, it's a game changer. We've been using direct response target marketing in our company, like I said, for decades. Everything changed. You stop wasting time. You stop wasting money and effort. And you start creating predictable Plantscape leads. The best clients. More control, more profit. So like I said, in the next episode, we're going to talk about direct response target marketing and why it is ideal for the Plantscape business. So let me just leave you with this. Your work matters. Your business matters. You do exceptional work. I'm guessing you do, or you wouldn't be watching this. Your work is meaningful. It changes environments. It changes how people feel. But if no one knows about it, it has no power to do any of that. And marketing is how you give your work power. I want to encourage you to learn about marketing, to master marketing. I believe it's the business that you're really in. Learn it, master it, because in the end, your business prosperity depends on it. Can't wait to see you in the next episode.
Thanks for listening to the Plantscape Business School podcast. If today's episode helped you think differently about your Plantscape business, share it with a fellow owner and make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an episode. For tools, training, and resources to help you build a business that really works, visit PlantscapeBusinessSchool.com. Plantscape Business School. Uncomplicate your business and expand your life.